Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. We are going to do a past, present, future reading, and I'm going to do things a little differently. We are going to pull this one card right here, and this is going to be the overarching theme for the entire reading. So we are going to base this off of a theme, and we have this happiness card. So clearly, this could be a time for you where you are going to be very happy, and we'll have to see what this is talking about in a second. You have this angels are watching you. It says there's nothing to worry about. The angels are watching over you. You have this divine intervention card. It says angels are working behind the scenes to assist in the miracles you've requested. So two cards that kind of say that there are angels watching over you, which is great. This first row is going to be your past position. And you do have the Tower, the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there definitely could have been a Tower moment in your past, or, everybody's had Tower moments, but in the past. But this could be more recent, or it could be something that you have been dealing with for a while. And, I kind of get that feeling for you, Taurus, where it's like something has been gnawing at you more than anything. It's like, it doesn't really feel like pain to me, but that's like the best example that I could give you with that Tower, is that, sometimes I think it's like you can have a pain, something that is causing pain in your life, but it's more of kind of like something that's like chewing at you, if that makes sense, where it's just kind of like there in the background and it's annoying. And that is what I feel like the Tower has been for you here, Taurus. Now, the theme for this reading is going to be happiness, and you have the Ten of Cups showing up in this reading. The Ten of Cups literally says, you will be very happy. And so there could be a lot of happiness coming in for you. And sorry, I just need to fix my microphone here. But, again, you could be very happy at this time, or there is more happiness coming in for you with this energy, which it would be amazing. Like I said, I feel that you are definitely letting this go, like this gnawing. That's the best way I could describe the energy I feel on this card. It's like something has been chewing on me for too long. And, I feel like that's what you are releasing. And you have these angel cards as well. In the same position, you have a past position, so clearly you are being guided away from the Tower. You have the Queen of Cups. Like for the next 20 years or so, you're going to get the Queen of Cups probably in every single reading that I do for you, because you are definitely the number one sign that is being encouraged to follow their heart. It's like your heart is telling you to do things, and you need to listen to what your heart is telling you to do. And this could be anything. It could be where you get breakfast in the morning. It doesn't matter. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, I would be nurturing that energy so that you can create more happiness and more joy. It's like I'm hearing, like with this happiness card as well, it's like I'm getting more like simple pleasures. Like that's a word that's popping into my head. And same thing with the Queen of Cups here as well. It's like I feel like sometimes we do forget to enjoy those like little things, the little happy moments, the simple things that make us happy. And that's kind of the energy I get off of these two cards. Is it's like saying, there are some simple pleasures that you need to enjoy. There are some little things that you need to work with in your life so that you can enjoy life more. You have the Nine of Pentacles, again, a very Taurus card. Nine of Pentacles is gratitude and luxuries. It's a card of independence. It's a card of, abundance as well. So, this card can represent a pre-Empress energy. The Empress is your card, and, it kind of says that you have been working maybe on a glow-up, or you have been working to improve your life in some way. I feel like there are some things that you're going to have to do to get to that Empress level, and it's like you're going to have to learn things that you've never learned before. You're going to have to like do things you've never done before. But I do feel like you are kind of working towards this more like happy place. And we go up to the Ten of Cups here. And we also go over to the Page of Pentacles. Funny enough, the Page of Pentacles is the card of studiousness, the card of learning. So like I said, you are probably going to have to learn things to make this happen. With the Tower, you have the Two of Cups. So this could have been a past breakup for a lot of you. I don't think that's true for all of you, but for some of you, this could be a past breakup that happened. If this was a breakup, by the way, this would be a good thing, because you have the Page of Cups and the Ten of Cups. And the Two of Cups to me can be a stepping stone soulmate. So if you have had a tower moment with a person in the past, in the recent past, then, this would say that that person was a stepping stone, and you're probably about to meet your real person here with the Page of Cups and the Ten of Cups. For those of you that this is not love, I feel like you've been trying to fit in. Like, it's kind of like a weird message. The Two of Cups wouldn't really represent this, but again, I read intuitively, and, what I'm getting here intuitively is that you've been trying to find a place to fit in, and I feel that, number one, part of me feels like you don't fit in anywhere. But I think that's a good thing. It's like, this is not a bad thing that you don't fit in anywhere. It's like, sometimes I think we want to fit in, but it's like, if you fit in, then you're like in the matrix, right? And I feel that Taurus really could be becoming their own person, or it's like, maybe you're realizing that by not fitting in, it's actually a good thing, right? With the Queen of Cups, you have the Lovers. Definitely could have been love that you are releasing in the past here. So a lot of you could be releasing a past person. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Sun. The Sun makes things grow, and she has these grapes behind her on that Nine of Pentacles energy there. So the Sun represents attention, and I believe we can, if we put our attention on the right things, we can get things to grow. And so the Sun is saying you need to pay attention to your attention. And clearly the theme of this reading is happiness. You have the Ten of Cups here. You have the Page of Cups, Two of Cups, Lovers. Even though they're showing up in the past, these are all kind of like happy cards. And so this is kind of saying to me that to get things to grow in your life at this time, you need to be happy. And you need to do things that make you happy as well. Kind of like I was saying, the little things, the small things, the simple pleasures, doing more of that could really help improve things. Next, in the area of your present position, you have this dagger. It says conflict and danger lie in wait. You have the satyr. It says revelry and indulgence. I kind of just get devil vibes off of these two cards. And so I would, the row itself does not look challenging at all. But I do feel this is kind of like saying, don't get high on your own supply here, Taurus. That's more the feeling I get, where it's like saying, if you are finding more success at this time or over the summer, right? It's like sometimes we can start finding success and then we get lazy. I've done it. So I know. And, what I would say here is it's basically saying don't get lazy over this time. But I also feel it's saying, be careful of indulgence. I'm like getting something here with these two cards of like being careful with what you say to people, especially like, let's say if you're out, with a group of people or something like that and you're drinking, for example, I would be careful of your mouth at this time because, you never know. You might say something that you shouldn't. You have the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Cups. The Queen of Swords is about seeing clearly for the first time. Pretty crazy. A lot of people recently have been getting the Queen of Swords. I think that full moon we just had on the 12th or whatever it was in Scorpio, I think that brought in a lot of clarity. The other thing is today is May 17th. This will be published on the 18th. And we have Sun conjunct Uranus, which is a pretty big deal right now. And what I would say is that Sun conjunct Uranus energy can, I think, lead to some truths for ourselves, or it could bring in great clarity. It's kind of like ground-shaking energy, the Sun conjunct Uranus, especially in Taurus, because it's in your frickin' sign. And so you definitely, it makes sense now that I'm saying this. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm reading for Taurus. So, there could be some ground-shaking energy, but this would be like clarity with the Queen of Swords, and you could be getting a lot of clarity during this time as well. And next, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is like a passionate new beginning. Again, if you are attracting love, definitely could be a very passionate connection if you want love. These readings are meant to be for whenever you find them. And what I would say here is that there could be a very passionate connection. But the castle in the background of this card is crumbling. I said ground shaking. And you have the tower as well. And you have this new wand right here. The Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. And you definitely are attracting like newer and better ideas. Sun conjunct Uranus is kind of all about us getting to our truth, or, especially in Taurus, like getting to the heart of the matter of what we want in life, what we want our life to look like. And the Ace of Wands is kind of like about you nurturing those ideas in your life. So a lot of you, even if you're watching this after this weekend, again, the conjunction doesn't last very long. The Sun obviously moves pretty quickly through a sign. So Again, the conjunction is basically this weekend. I'll be publishing this on Sunday. So you have you'll probably be dealing with it Sunday. But, at the same time as well, even if you're watching this in June, this is still something I would think about, your inner truth, because, you could still be working with the energy. So, it's not something that you have to not work with. You have the Page of Cups. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you're attracting love, I feel this is a very passionate connection. I feel like there could be, kind of seems to me like there's a lot to learn with the person, with the Page of Pentacles also showing up here, but I don't know, looks pretty good to me if you want love. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said this on the Nine of Pentacles. There are things like you have to learn, or there might be things you have to let go of to get to that next level in your life. And the Four of Pentacles can represent holding on too tightly to the past. So the Four of Pentacles just says we have to just release the past and move forward into the future, and then things will go very well. And that's what I would do with that card. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Death card. The Death card can, of course, represent a major transformation, which clearly, Tower, Death, Ace of Wands, you could be undergoing some sort of transition or transformation. I always say the King is dead on the Death card, and the King being dead on the Death card is kind of like the death of establishment. Definitely, I feel Earth signs are feeling that type of energy the most right now, and so there could be some sort of establishment that you're releasing. I mean, same thing with Ace of Wands. The castle crumbling is like the death of establishment. With the Page of Cups, you have the Hangman. It's like, I think everybody needs to look at love in a different way. Speaking of Scorpio, since like the 1970s, we've had these like crazy astrological Scorpio things going on. And we've ended a lot of those transits and a lot of those things. Like, in the 80s or whatever, we had Pluto and Scorpio. And, that was like a big one. And that definitely affected love, partially, I believe. But then we had other things, other aspects that kept transiting Scorpio since like the 70s. And then recently, I would say, I think pretty much in like 2021, 2022, it's like we kind of moved past all that Scorpio craziness that was kicked off in the 70s. And, I think we've officially moved past it. At least that's what I feel intuitively. But the thing is that we have to gain a new perspective on relationships. It's like I kind of feel that we're in a little bit of relationship psychosis right now, where it's like if you look at social media, people talking about relationships, it's like they just keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, right? All these people complaining about their exes, the person that cheated on them, the narcissist, whatever the hell that means, that hurt them or whatever. It's like, okay, but you're all just keep repeating the same shit over and over and over again, right? So people have to wake up and realize that not everyone is the same. There are good people in the world, believe it or not, but if you keep focusing on the wrong people, then that's what you're going to get. Hangman says you have to see things from a different point of view, and if you change your perspective, then things will get better. Change it. Next, in the area of your future position, you have this Cow Spirit says, the miracles are endless. How amazing. This is a very good reading. You have this Butterfly Spirit says, transformation is beautiful. Yes, it is. So things can be beautiful. Things can be good. And I feel like you have to believe it. The miracles are endless. You have the Ten of Cups, which is a card of miracles, but definitely could be some miracles coming in for you with this energy. You have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty. It can be happy home, happy family as well. But these people are choosing to focus on happiness. Remember, the theme of your reading is happiness. So it's like your solution is to be happy, right? Instead of focusing on all the bad relationships, start creating a good one in your head, right? Start focusing on the cute old couple holding hands that you see in public, right? Focus on the good things is what this is basically saying. And if you try that, then good things will happen. So I think you need to be more positive at this time. You have the Four Cups, and like a little bit of doubt. I don't feel good or bad about this Four Cups for you, Taurus. I feel there's like some doubts. Like you could be thinking, I'll never have that. I'll never have this. I won't be able to create this in my life. Or, whatever the case may be. But the Four Cups says, well, actually you can. You have more than enough experience where you have to apply these experiences, the things you've learned to this new opportunity. And if you do that, you will have a positive outcome. So I always say that, he's disappointed with what he received from these three cups. But if he would apply those lessons to this cup, he would get something much better in his life. So I feel like you need to apply what you learned from these three cups to this one cup, and things will go well. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about hard work, and Two of Pentacles says work hard, play hard. Definitely, like I said, enjoy the simple pleasures, right? I think you need to do things that make you happy, and I would carve out some extra time to do that. I also kind of like feel control here, Taurus. It's like if you are working on anything, big, don't try to control every little thing that is going on in the situation, right? I kind of feel like if you have a business or a career, or if you lead people in some way, it's like you need to let people do their thing without trying to micromanage every little thing. Like I kind of get, like, I'm not criticizing you or anything here, Taurus, but I get this like little bit of a kind of like micromanaging type of energy going on here. So especially if you work with other people, or you're working on a project or something, it's like, let people do their freaking job, right? And I feel like if you do that, it will remove the stress. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands. You have two cards of boundaries here, Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. This part of this, I feel, could be saying that you could be protecting your happiness. And again, this could be through not opening your mouth. So I don't know, I just got like a weird message in that second row about like if you're going out with friends or something, or people, it's like don't say too much. I don't know. It's like you might, and I don't even know what this would be about in your life, but it's like there might, they say loose lips sink ships, right? And so it's like if you go out in public with people, or a person, it's like you never know who might talk too much, right? You never know who might say the wrong thing, or you never know what someone's motives really are. And I feel like if there are things that you're trying to keep private, I feel this is saying like put those boundaries up, keep those things private. The Nine of Wands also says don't give up, right? Which we kind of said on the Four of Cups. I definitely feel this is saying don't give up on your happiness. Or, the Nine of Wands is also great for experimentation. It's a card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I feel for a lot of you that experimenting your way towards success would be a good idea. With the Four of Cups, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth. And so, the readings have had a lot of expansion and growth going on just in general. And so, it kind of makes sense. I think that we are in a time of expansion. I always say that I feel what people are feeling right now is like empty space that they need to fill with their own good ideas. So if you're thinking about like building something or creating something, now would be the time. I'm also getting travel here as well, Taurus. So if you're thinking about traveling or doing anything to travel, I feel pretty good about that. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Pentacles, hard work. I said it on that Two of Pentacles. I feel good about it, but, I feel like it's also saying don't forget about the simple pleasures, like I was saying earlier, whatever the hell that means. But, it's like I feel good about the Two of Pentacles. It can be a card of hard work. And the Eight of Pentacles is a straightforward result. Eight of Pentacles is work hard. It's hard work, but it's straightforward, diligent work. It represents material success on the horizon. So I feel like your money could be making you very happy in the future here as well, Taurus. That looks good. Next, in your outcome position, you have this clear your energy card and this enchanted card. Yeah, it kind of fits in well with the miracles. I feel the happiness card and this enchanted card are saying you need to make your life more magical, more happy, more fun through doing good things to yourself and, all that other stuff. It is an amazing time to clear our energy as well. Again, especially with that Scorpio full moon, even though, technically today would be the last day of dealing with the energy, the day that I'm recording this video, which is the 17th. Full moons typically last about 5 days after the full moon. We can still feel the energy. So even though we're past it today, I would still say that, clearing out the clutter, clearing out the garbage would still be good. You have the Seven of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Seven of Wands, a card of conviction. It says, when you know that you know, when you truly believe deep down inside that something for you will be successful, that's when it will truly be successful. So the Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's about making a deep commitment to something and really making something happen in your life. And so you have to make that full commitment. The Seven of Wands sometimes, I feel, says that you feel like you're not ready. And you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands says, what are you waiting for? and I definitely get that energy off this Seven of Wands. He's wearing two different shoes, or a shoe and a boot on right here. And so the card itself says that he feels like he isn't ready to do something, even though he probably is ready to do something. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is saying it's like time to get started. It's time to make your move. And so I would make a move with that card. You have the Five of Swords. I feel like this is like some sort of risk that is going on here. I feel like there's like something that you have to release. It's almost like, there are certain things that I think you have inside of you, Taurus, that are almost like protections. And I don't know, kind of weird. Again, I'm getting very weird messages in your reading, but this is not a bad thing. This is good. It's like I feel like there are like little things that you do that are like protections that you are releasing, because it's like sometimes I do feel that, where it's like we might be protecting ourselves, that it's like really our inner child that we are trying to protect, right? But we're no longer children. We are adults now. And, it's like there could be some things that you're trying to protect yourself from that you don't have to, though. It's like because you're an adult now, because you're not a child any longer. And I don't know, that's like the weird message I'm getting off of that card. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles could be good news, and it is popping into my head that you could be receiving some good news at this time. The other thing I'm getting is that this could be like news in the form of just messages or like clarity, because we go from the Queen of Swords down to the Page of Pentacles. It like this might not be news. This might be a dream that you have. So it's like news, right? It's like you're receiving information from the universe, or from your dreams or your daydreams, or your intuition or whatever. But it does feel very specific to me, the Page of Pentacles. It's like feeling like you're downloading something, or I don't think this is coming from a person. Could it be coming from a person? Absolutely. But, I think for most of you, that this is more of like an important download that you are receiving. And I would say don't doubt those messages when you get them. Pay attention to those downloads. The Seven of Wands, you have the Four of Cups. Again, Four of Cups can represent your past disappointments. And, again, if you are going this way, if you are thinking about accepting a new offer based off of something that disappointed you in the past, this could be a little bit of a challenge for you to open up. But I do feel like the Seven of Wands is saying you are ready to open up. And again, you're not a child any longer. With the Five of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Really good. Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups together is very positive. Can definitely represent fortune after difficulty, or good things happening to you after a difficult period of time. Ten of Pentacles is kind of like everything you want and desire. I say it in every single reading, Taurus, that this is something that Taurus is definitely very focused on because of Uranus and Taurus. And I feel a lot of you, you get this card with me every single reading, because this is what you are working on, building and leaving a legacy, creating something great in your life, creating a new establishment with the Death card as well, which is probably, what you're doing. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. Yeah, the Hermit says you are ready to do something. He kind of maybe feels like he's not ready, but he's standing at the top of this mountain, and he has found his inner light. And I always say that he needs to shine his inner light out all over the place. He needs to, share with the world what makes him special. And so I feel it's time for you to put yourself out there, basically. Next, you have this November card and this dolphin. It says financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Damn, you have two dolphins. You have, three. You have these two, and you have this one right here. So the Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon, and it definitely can say that you are going to be making money, based off of something you did. Now, here's the other thing that I'm getting here, is that it says November. And so this is kind of saying to me, like, the work you're doing now, it's like, I think you're going to be getting results, but the real results might come in November. So I kind of feel like this is saying, whatever you're creating right now, Taurus, like, really put in the effort. Like, if you put in extra effort now, your future self will be thanking you in the month of November, is kind of what I get here. So, like, I think this is saying it would be worth it to put in the hard work, which it looks like you're doing. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. You have this Tiger. It says doing something risky, taking a chance. Yeah, you have the Five of Swords, which is my card of taking a risk. And, I do think it would be a good time for you to take any risks that you're thinking about taking. You have this flag. It says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. I think everybody has kind of Now I'm choking. I think everybody has set new standards, so you could just be embracing your new standards. You have this butterfly. It says a change for the better. So a lot of you, clearly this whole reading, I mean, you have the Miracles Are Endless card. You have this other butterfly that says transformation is beautiful. So like all the animals are lining up, I'm realizing, in the cards, right? You have the butterfly and the dolphins, which is crazy. But definitely could be a change for the better. You have this owl. It says good advice from a wise person. So I would, and we're in a time of like mentorship. There's a lot of really good. Well, actually, there's two things going on. There's a lot of really bad energy for mentors, and there's a lot of really good energy for mentors. So, what is the difference, right? We have Neptune in Aries. Neptune will be retrograding into Pisces, but Neptune in Aries is like looking for a savior. I believe that that's going to be the problem with Neptune in Aries, is that people are going to be looking for a person that has all the answers. The trick is that you have all the answers. That's what you have to realize with Neptune and Aries. So I just told you what to do. So you are going to do it right now. You're not going to wait until 14 freaking years from now when Neptune leaves Aries, right? So that you don't have to struggle for the next 14 years. So you have all the answers, but as far as mentors are concerned, how do we solve the problem? The answer is trust but verify, right? Don't just take someone's word for something. You can listen to people, but then experiment for yourself. If you do that, you will be fine. If you don't, and you just accept whatever anyone tells you, you will suffer, right? So plain and simple, trust but verify. I just solved all your problems. You're welcome. So thank you for being here, Taurus, and definitely enjoy your month.